No, the eye is too big. Way too big.
That was a good joke. Or was that serious?
They already have moves and stuff.
I don't know. It's serious, I guess.
There's like super speed.
Can I have another Advil?
You what?
Can I have another Advil?
Another one?
Because it's not going away.
Oh my goodness.
It can't be a migraine because the sound doesn't really hurt me.
Okay, well, that's good. That's so good.
Wait, so what are these little lighting?
Hey, Corey, you should go like this. Cut your
Eyebrows.
Okay.
Wait, what happened to you?
How do we know it's ours?
Oh, yeah. Well, we should wait till your face turns so it turns over. It won't go blue. And its face get all. It won't go blue? Yeah, okay. Nice face.
Isn't mine awesome?
When I be blinking and then you make it a circle? Because it looks like this.
Yours is like, yeah, it's like Don't laugh. See? That's what you get for laughing at me. Watch you.
Let me go up here. The clip.
Looks exactly like
It's like looking in a mirror. With only one eye.
Maybe it's just
There's a cup coming around that you can put on. Cup you can put on.
Why was it grabbing a circle?
What were some of the things that represented the eye that you drew? What were some of the things you either decided you were going to give up or take on this year? Just kind of shout them out. All right, let's start again. Everybody, okay. All right. All right, here we go. So in your growth group, you drew a little face, right? Or kind of a partial face. So you had an eye. So I'm asking you what some of the things were that represented that eye that you drew. So you were asked to have that symbolize either something you were willing to give up or something that you were wanting to take on, feeling called to take on. So what were some of the things that represented for you? There's no better way to get you all quiet than to ask you a question. Okay, excellent. Okay, toothbrush. What else? Toothbrush drawing. Excellent. What else? So only two of you did an eye for something, that's all? Yeah. Go on a long-term mission, right on. What else? Yeah. Excellent. Anything else? Yeah. Ooh. We'll be checking in on you with that. What else? Find a Christian group at your college. Right on. What else? Anything else? All right. Well, we do hope that, I know that they are small, but we do hope that you will hang on to those and that which you feel called to do in the coming year, that means something to you, that you would actually really love to do and accomplish. And that by next year you can fill in that other eye. That's what we really hope for you. So tonight was all about justice, and the justice that you all are already working on and doing in your own churches and in your own lives. And we hope that maybe some of the stories inspired you to do more, or to go on a mission trip if you've never been on a mission trip, or to look at the world in a new way, or or just get to know people who are different from you, whether it's in your own school, in your neighborhood, or in another part of the world. So we hope that you will continue to do the good work that you are already doing in the world. Now, you remember our man Moses, right? Moses? Now, who remembers what happens at the end of the story of Moses? Moses was trying to get his people where? He was trying to get his people somewhere, to the promised land. Yeah. Hey, hold on. Let's listen up.
Then the group of people sent out some messenger or scouts to see the land, to see what's out there, and they find out there's people already living there, and so they come back and they tell the rest of the group, and they get mad at God because they're supposed to go and I guess take over. And so, because they don't trust that God's going to give it to them, they don't get to go. And they have to wait 40 years. And by the time that they do get to go, the people who travel near there end up dying. Their children are very excellent.
Okay, excellent. So Moses was called to take his people all the way from Pharaoh all the way to the promised land. And this is it's a crazy part of the story, right? God says, I want to show you the promised land, Moses, so go up to the top of the hill, to the top of the mountain. And gets up there and says, Moses, that's the promised land. But you're not going to get there. You're not going to get there. It is here that you will die. And so he didn't get to see the end of the story. I mean, he saw where it was, but he didn't get to see or to experience the finished product. Now, Martin Luther King Jr., who here has heard that famous speech, I have a dream, right? And he talks about what? He talks about a mountain. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. He says, do you remember that he says that he may never get there? That he may never see what his understanding of the promised land was, equality. But that he knew that we would get there someday. He believed, and somewhere inside he probably knew that he wasn't going to be there at that time. Just like our man Moses. And so all of us stand along in the line of Moses and MLK and all of those. I don't know that I will ever see the end of poverty or homelessness. Hopefully HIV and AIDS, but I don't even know about that. I may never get there. I may never know the end product. But that doesn't stop me. It didn't stop Moses. It didn't stop Martin Luther King Jr. from continuing to act for justice in this world, to love people fiercely, right? That we're called that even though we may not get there, that we may be able to stand on top of the mountain and see it in the distance, far in the distance, but to know that we've maybe helped all of us take one closer step. Okay? So we're going to show you something, some images and some quotations. And the song that you're going to hear it with is called Up to the Mountain. This woman, Patty Griffin, sings it. And it's inspired by Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. And in it she talks, and I want you to listen for the words about, and you may have felt this today, and people talked about it this evening, that you about want to stop because you're so tired, or it seems monotonous, or like Eric, you're not getting thanked for the work you're doing. But that God empowers us, that big P that Latoya showed us, to continue on, even though the mountain's in a far off distance. So if someone can hit the lights.